Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Be very knowledgeable in your vocation. Be very knowledgeable. You know what that means? Whatever your vocation is, know everything there is to know about it. Know everything. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to make money. Know everything. Know ins and outs of it. That means if somebody come up to you and discuss what you're trying to do, you should be able to have a conversation with them. Like if somebody were to come up to me and ask about publishing, I've given a lot of publishing advice, and I always talk about more than just creating a book, but also how to distribute it, retail, stuff like that, covers, for example, just knowing just little stuff. Like anybody who's seen my books, Nice Guys and Players, and also the follow-up, Sexual Chemistry, and also a book along those lines, Meeting Attractive Women, they all have a black and red theme. Now, just knowing that red, if you have a book, it has red on it, it gets more attention. That's being knowledgeable about my particular vocation. Like you have to know everything about it. Don't play around. Don't just jump into something. Ideally, before you even get into the vocation, if you know this is on your heart, this is what you want to do, you need to learn everything about it. You need to learn everything about it, the ins and outs. You need to learn what's good, what's bad. You need to learn what type of people are going to buy the product or use the service. You need to be very knowledgeable about it. One of the saddest things is you get people jumping into something and they don't have any idea. Like I've met authors and, they'll write the book, but then they weren't knowledgeable about how to get it out there. Like getting the right editing or getting the right cover and everything. I will never ever forget when it was back in the day. This was back in the day before I even started publishing. I'm walking from my home. I was still living with my grandmother. I was walking to a job, and this was in Fort Totten, DC. There used to be woods there. There's some big gentrified apartment complex there now, but there used to be woods right there, cut through that little path. There was a box of books, and it was by the same author. They couldn't move those books, because like say in the book industry, I wasn't just a book publisher. I was also in the marketing. And that's with everything. You need to learn every little aspect of whatever you want to do. How do you market it? Now, even if you don't have that, you still need to get someone else to maybe help. A lot of people might get somebody else to help market something, but you should know every little bit. What type of people buying it? You want to know it. Like take your time. Like ideally you want to study it before you get into the profession. You want to look up stuff. You want to talk to people. Like some smarter people, they'll go to webinars or seminars, live seminars. Like when people want to get into the real estate thing, they don't just say, oh, I'm just going to go buy this house. They will find out every little thing that they have to about real estate. That's very important. Very important. You want to know everything. Because that way, as you are doing your business, as you creating products or you're creating services, you can change with the times, but then you also know what new is coming up. And see, that's a major thing too. You don't want to, like any business, there might be some technology that affects your business. AI might affect your business. You need to know how, maybe you need to learn how to make AI work for you. There's a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of businesses and services. Shoot, people are going to lose their job behind AI. But if you understand AI or how you understand how it's going to affect your business and indeed how to use AI for your advantage, that's part of being knowledgeable about your vocation. So it's a very simple thing. First, you learn everything about it. And then like every little thing, even if you have to ship out some services or something, have somebody else do something, hire somebody to do something, at least know about it. At least know. Let me talk about that for a second. When you're dealing with that aspect of it, you don't want anybody to con you. You don't want anybody to con you. Like I use myself for an example. I get a lot of people hit me. Get a lot of people will hit me up, say, hey, I can get this out for you. I can do this for you. I'm like, I already know how to do it. You know, I can do thumbnails for you. I can do that myself. You know, I'm doing what I do because it works. I'm making 6 figures a year doing what I do. You know? But then you don't have to worry about it. And then even if I did, I understand it enough so I can look at something and I can say, hold up, you ain't doing something right here. That's how much I know what I'm doing. So you know everything about it. So yeah, you know it. And then when there are new things that come into it, into the business, into the vocation, any changes, that's even knowing political changes. You need to know what laws affect your business and then what's going on in it, no matter what. Like I'll use my books for example. Now, as far as I know, they haven't been on any book banning list, but I will be checking. I'm always paying attention. If all of a sudden they say, well, we can't sell Nice Guys and Players, you know, or in this state or something like that, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, you want to be able to shift with the times. You want to know what's going on in your particular business, what's new, what type of equipment there is, what type of technology. Like I said, with this AI, a lot of people worried about AI taking their jobs, and AI will take some jobs, but I also know some people right now. I know some content creators, they're making AI work for them. They are making AI work for them. So they are adapting, because that's one thing, you have to be knowledgeable about it so you can adapt when it comes. Because there's a lot of times you get some businesses and they might be doing the same thing. They'll get into it, doing what they're doing. They making some money, but they're not adapting. But then some younger business come up and can like really knock them out. You don't want that to happen. So you got to be very knowledgeable in every area. You got to stay up on stuff. Go to the seminars, webinars, and stuff where they saying, hey, this is something new coming up. You really want to pay attention. To every single little thing. You want to be very knowledgeable, all right? I want y'all to really think about that too. No matter what business you're in, okay? So, that's all I have for right now. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.